welcome back to my astrology channel. Now today I will be talking about the total solar eclipse that's occurring in the sign of Leo on the 12th or the 13th of August, depending on the part of the world you live in. So this is a new moon situation. It's a solar eclipse in the sign of Leo. Now before I begin my video, I just want to thank everyone for your contribution, your likes, your comments, your input, everything. I really appreciate all of you, and I am really grateful that you enjoy my content and you value my content as well. Now to all the new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I hope you find the knowledge and the awareness that you're looking for in my videos. So let's begin with this reading. Now this is, again, as I mentioned, a solar eclipse occurring in the sign of Leo. Now the lunar nodes just shifted on the axis of Leo and Aquarius on the 26th of July and will be moving through this axis for the next 18 months. So the eclipses over the next couple of years will be on this axis. Now we did have first of the eclipses on this axis in February 2026. So that was the first one in the series of 6 eclipses that will occur in this sign. Now the next one on the 13th of August is in the sign of Leo, which is the second in the series of eclipses on this axis. Now this is very exciting time. Leo is a fixed sign and it's a fire sign. So it's a fixed fire sign. It's ruled by the sun, and sun is the brightest object in the sky. So the Leo sign is ruled by the energy of the sun. Now solar eclipses are new moon situations, and new moon is a time when the sun and the moon both are in the same sign at the same degree. Now this one is at 20 degrees Leo. So if you have personal planets or angles at this degree or up to 6 degrees before and after this degree, you will definitely experience the effect of this solar eclipse more personally, more significantly. This is massive energy shift. Now Leo is a fixed sign, as I mentioned, so all the fixed sign comes at the forefront. You are the most affected of all the zodiac signs over the next 18 months starting on the 13th of August. So all the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. Massive shift is occurring. Now every sign is obviously affected by it. So just go back to your natal chart and see where the Leo sign sits in your chart, and that's the area matter that you will see some sort of massive shift, a significant change or transformation occurring in that house matter. So I will obviously go through all the 12 zodiac signs at the end of this intro, and we will go through how this eclipse will affect each of the signs. Now let's just look into the solar eclipse energy a little bit deeper. So this is a fire solar eclipse. So this new moon energy brings new beginning, new fresh perspective, fresh eyes. You are looking at things differently. And because it's a solar eclipse, these are not just a normal new beginning. It's not just a normal fresh start. This is transformative, and this will affect you. Whatever shifts over the next 18 months will affect you over the next 18 years. So this is going to definitely bring a bold new energy, a bold new chapter for you, for everyone, not just a fixed sign, but the fixed signs are at the forefront. But every sign will experience the energy of this solar eclipse. Now this eclipse is conjunct the south node of the moon. So this is not a north node solar eclipse, it's a south node solar eclipse. Now south node is all about detachment, it's about release, it's about depletion as well, it's about letting go in order to grow into your north node. So the main energy with this solar eclipse, the new beginning that we are hoping, will only come as a result of releasing old patterns, old energy, old baggages and all that. So because it's south node energy, now obviously south node is a comfort zone. It's an ingrained behavior in us. It's kind of gives that unfinished business energy as well. So whatever needs to be wrapped up during this time, so that this new energy shift can come going forward. Now obviously the solar eclipse energy, new moon energy, will be felt over the next 6 months. So whatever shifts during this time, you will experience the outcome or the consequence of it over the next 6 months. Now Leo, as I mentioned before, is a fixed fire sign and is ruled by the sun. This is the sign of creativity, of self-expression, of shining your light, of being not afraid to stand out from the crowd. Because the sun stands out, it's the brightest object in the sky, as is the Leo energy. It's about standing out. It's about warmth. It's about leadership, generosity. It's about creativity. It's about joy, personal pride. It's about personal interest, your hobbies, your skills. That's what Leo energy is all about. So this solar eclipse is asking you to put yourself and not be afraid to be authentic, to shine your light and express the way you want to express yourself. There's no hiding, there's no fitting in with this Leo energy. There's shining. There is a need to shine, there's a need to express, and there's a need to recognize your own uniqueness. And that spark, the spark within you, that's what needs to be recognized with this solar eclipse going forward. Now, eclipses are not passive energy. It really forces you to change. So here, it's not requesting you to change. It's not asking you to change. It's initiating the change, which you need to wrap your mind around. So the change is surely coming. You just need to be ready for it and make the best use of this energy with awareness, with knowledge, and with authenticity. Now, this solar eclipse conjunct the South Node will first of all reveal what is not healthy, what is not good, what is not serving you anymore. So that's the first revelation. So you will come to know, or you will realize or acknowledge what needs to be released, basically. So you may already know, but this is the time when the release actually occurs. Obviously, the energy will unfold over the next 6 months. So it may not be instant, but there will be a shift. There will be a need to move away from whichever house Leo sign rules in your chart is where you are acknowledging, you're releasing, and hence embracing the change, the transformation going forward. So just be open to this energy, and if you're not open to it, there may be challenges. Now, the Leo solar eclipse will definitely help you realize or discover your true purpose, your uniqueness, your spark, which can help you or give you the courage and the leadership to express what you truly needs to express, and also to align with your life purpose. So do launch a business. This is a great time for startups. This is a great time to create content, put yourself out there on social media, become an influencer, become more visible. This is not the time to hide. Leo is not about hiding at all. It's about stepping into the spotlight. It's about being visible, shining your light. So that's what you're called to do during this time. So do step up and also heal any confidence issues or any leadership issues as well. Now Leo is ruled by the sun, so it also deals with your ego self. Now, obviously, there can be healthy ego expression or an unhealthy ego expression. So that's what you're releasing here as well. You're aligning to your true self, your true meaning, and that also means releasing an unhealthy attachment or unhealthy expression of your ego self. Now, the best way to release an unhealthy side of your ego is to connect with your inner child. Fall in love with yourself first. Take care of yourself, express yourself, be true to yourself. And all this will help you release any unhealthy expression of ego and embrace a healthy side of ego, which comes from being more authentic, connecting with your heart center. Leo rules the heart. So it's about your desires, what's in your heart. You're connecting with those energies. Now, shining your light or expressing your authentic self does not mean outshining others or stepping on other people's foot. That is not what healthy Leo expression is about. What Leo sign truly is about is to inspire others, to shine, to take the lead, to be visible, to express in a way that inspires others. And that's the true Leo meaning. And that's what the solar eclipse is all about. You're releasing the need for validation, the need for approval, the need to outshine others, and you're stepping into leadership and inspiring others. This eclipse will definitely be a turning point for many of us and will become the catalyst for new beginnings, new starts, new opportunities, new relationship, new career, new foundation, new direction. over the next 6 months. So this is the Leo solar eclipse energy. Now I will discuss all the 12 zodiac signs and will explain how this energy is going to affect each of the 12 zodiac signs. So let's begin. Hello Aries, welcome to your solar eclipse reading. Now Aries, the solar eclipse occurs in the sign of Leo on the 13th of August, and this will activate your 5th house. Now this is a south node solar eclipse, meaning south node is conjunct the solar eclipse. Now solar eclipses are new moon situation, meaning sun and moon both are in the same sign. So both are activating your 5th house. Now 5th house is a house of creativity, of self-expression, of your creative pursuits, your passion projects, your personal interest, your personal pride and all that. It's also the house of creation, procreation. So it's a house of affection as well, romance, dating, love interest and all that. And also the house of children and your inner child. So all these matter is going to go through a massive reset, going forward. So here the eclipse is asking you to not play safe, because 5th house is the house of expression. It's the house of visibility. It's the house of creating something. So this is a great time to take center stage, to step into a leadership position or take leadership of your life, Aries. Now the solar eclipse here will definitely highlight creative projects, hobbies, startups, passion pursuits. All these matters will gain momentum going forward. Now this is also the house of romance and love interest and all that. So here a new romantic relationship could begin, or an existing one may deepen, or you may finally walk away from connections that no longer bring joy to you, Aries. Now, as I mentioned, this is also the house of children and your inner child. So if you have children, there will be some sort of massive cycle beginning around your children. This can mean they reach an important milestone during this time and going forward. Now, obviously, if you don't have children, the eclipse here can bring childbirth, pregnancy as well over the next 18 months. So definitely this is a time for major developments and growth in these areas following the solar eclipse. Now Jupiter is also in the sign of Leo and will be there for the next 1 year, so it is connecting with the solar eclipse as well. Now Jupiter amplifies whatever it touches, so it is going to amplify the solar eclipse energy in your 5th house. So this can mean more visibility. This can mean excellent time to showcase your talents, whatever you enjoy, creativity, whatever that brings you joy and really encourages you to show your authentic side. All that will gain momentum going forward. Now obviously this comes as a result of releasing old patterns, something that is a fear of visibility maybe, or constantly seeking external validation. These needs to be released because you are stepping into a leadership role of your life, and authenticity, true meaning, true purpose, and also inspiring others to follow that path. So it's very important to release unhealthy ego, need for validation, or fear of visibility and all that. As a result of releasing these energy, you will definitely see some sort of transformation or shift in the 5th house matter going forward, Aries. Thank you. Hello Taurus, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Taurus, the Leo solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August, and this will activate your 4th house. Now solar eclipses are a new moon situation, so it's a time of new beginning. Now it's a south node eclipse, so that means there will be new beginning as a result of releasing old energies. Now 4th house, which is activated with this solar eclipse, is associated with home, family, your emotional foundation, your private life, your inner world, your living situation, your home, your address and all that. So here you will experience some sort of profound transformation. Now the energy of the solar eclipse will unfold over the next 6 months, but since it's the second of the eclipses on the Leo Aquarius axis, you will experience these transformation, over the next 18 months. Now with the 4th house involved, you may move houses during this time, or you may renovate or relocate or redefine what home truly means to you, Taurus. Now during this time, family dynamics may shift significantly. Now this can bring healing energy. Now obviously it's necessary to have boundaries as you navigate the solar eclipse energy. Now, some Taurans may also reconnect with their ancestry. So, fourth house is the house of your roots, ancestry, your parents, your past, your childhood conditioning, past conditioning, and all that. So, here the eclipse will also give you the opportunity to reconnect with your roots, your parents, your family, your ancestry, your birthplace, and all that. Now, you may also build your family during this time. This can mean additions to your family, and this can be through marriage or childbirth. So, definitely, you have some positive energy or some massive shift, transformation occurring in your home matters, in your foundation, in your family matters. So emotionally, you are creating a more safer inner world for yourself, a private world, a personal life that really gives you a sense of belonging, a sense of stability and all that. So here, any old emotional patterns that you may have inherited from childhood or from past need to be released in order to bring these new beginnings. Now, Jupiter is moving through the sign of Leo for the next 1 year. And during the solar eclipse, it is affecting your fourth house. So Jupiter in Leo can really improve your familial relationships and can make emotional healing possible, Taurus. So avoid taking excessive risk around home matters, family matters, living situation and all that. Just be a little bit more grounded, more balanced during this time. So with the solar eclipse and Jupiter moving through your fourth house, this is a great time to build a strong emotional foundation, Taurus. Thank you. Hello Geminis, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Geminis, the eclipse occurs on the 12th of August and this activates your third house. Now, third house is the house of communication. It's the house of learning, siblings, relatives, peers, short trips, networking, your voice, expression, your mindset, your outlook, and all that. So now, solar eclipse is a new moon situation, means there is some sort of new beginning or seeing things with fresh eyes is needed. Now, obviously, since it's an eclipse, this energy is amplified. So it's 10 times stronger than a regular new moon. Here, there will be some sort of shift in your mindset or the way you communicate, or there's a need to bring some sort of new energy in here. Now, your voice and your expression becomes powerful, Geminis, and it's important to utilize this energy shift where your self-expression is concerned, where your mindset, your logic, how you apply your logic and all that is concerned. So this eclipse opens new opportunity through communication, through writing, through speaking, through teaching, learning, or through social media. This is a great time also to be a content creator if that's what interests you, Gemini. So during this time, there is an opportunity to start a podcast or launch content or begin a course. You can even study something or develop a skill going forward. Now, third house is also the house of deal signing, contracts and all that. So there's an opportunity to sign contracts as well during this time. Now, eclipse energy is very strong and it lasts at the and it will unfold over the next 6 months. So whatever shifts during this time, you will experience the energy unfolding in months to come. Now, third house is also the house of networking, connections. So here, relationships with others, especially your peers, relatives, neighbors, communities, siblings, and all that, will evolve. So this energy can really bring some sort of fresh perspective in how you communicate with these connections. Now, your daily routine, your daily environment, how you commute, how you connect, your mindset, outlook, everything is changing going forward, or there's a need to change going forward. Now, obviously, the challenge with this is if you stick to a certain mindset or a certain way of communicating, then you may face challenge in months to come. So surely there's a need to find a different approach in the way you communicate. Now, Jupiter is transiting through the sign of Leo, and which is your third house. And Jupiter will be amplifying this solar eclipse energy. So here, this energy, this transit of Jupiter encourages you to think bigger than you have ever before. This is the time to speak your truth with confidence. Now, obviously, just be mindful of, because it's the third house energy and it's a mutable house. So your energy, your mind could be scattered. Your thought process may not be grounded. Your mind may be fragmented as well. So it's important to really ground yourself, and whatever you engage in, whether it's connections or you're learning something new, whatever that might be, it's very important to ground yourself and avoid scattering your energy across too many people, too many projects, too many outlets and all that. So this is crucial, Geminis, in order to have a fresh start in the way you communicate, connect, and your mindset. There's a need to release unhealthy approach in the way you communicate and connect. Thank you. Hello Cancer, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Cancer, the Leo solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August and it activates your second house. Now, second house is associated with your income, your finances, assets, resources, possessions, your values, and also your sense of self-worth. Now, solar eclipse is a new moon situation. So this brings some sort of new beginning or seeing things with fresh eyes. Now, all this is focused in your second house. So you can expect some sort of massive shift, some energy shift in your second house matter. Now, the effect of the solar eclipse will unfold over the next 6 months, but you can experience changes over the next couple of years. Now, all this is in your house of income, your assets, your savings, your resources, your finances, and all that. So here there is a brand new financial chapter beginning for you. This can be this can be through business opportunities, through investments, through personal resources. All these are coming into focus with this eclipse. Now, you may receive a promotion as well, or there may be increase to your salary, or you may launch a profitable idea or recognize your own worth. So this eclipse is definitely asking you to not settle for less and know your true value. So if you have been getting less money, less salary, or you're charging your client less, this is the time to really monetize yourself and really ask what you're truly worth, Cancer. Now, second house is also the house of your worthiness, your sense of self-worth, how you see yourself, how you value yourself, and all that. So your self-esteem and money often mirror one another. So the way you think or the way you value yourself is reflected in your financial matters. So your inner confidence becomes the foundation for your external abundance, Cancer. Now, Jupiter is also transiting through the sign of Leo and is going to amplify this solar eclipse energy. So for the next 1 year, Jupiter will be in your second house. Now, Jupiter will definitely bring massive luck where your finances are concerned. Just be mindful of not becoming overconfident, because it can also give opposite effect if you're overconfident and you're not mindful or cautious of your expenditure, because second house is also the house of expenditure, spending. So it's very important to have a budget plan around your finances. Now, here you are learning that your talents deserve proper compensation with this Jupiter energy, and Jupiter will bring these compensation over the next 1 year, definitely. So you will begin building long-term wealth, or there's an opportunity to build long-term wealth going forward, Cancer. Just be cautious of expenditure, because money can come to you easily but can flow out as easily as well. So just be mindful of that. Otherwise, this solar eclipse in your second house is definitely beginning a new cycle of wealth generation, financial management, and really establishing your true worth, how you truly see yourself going forward, Cancer. Thank you. Hello Leos, welcome to your solar eclipse reading. Now Leos, the solar eclipse on the 12th of August occurs in your sign. So it activates your first house. Now solar eclipse is a new moon situation, meaning There's an opportunity for new beginning, fresh start, or seeing things with fresh eyes. Now, solar eclipses will bring massive shift, and the energy of this will unfold over the next 6 months. Now, the eclipses for the next 18 months will be occurring on the Leo Aquarius axis. So your first house is definitely in focus over the next 18 months. Now, first house is a house of identity, your sense of self, your first impression, your appearance, your health, your confidence, your personal goals, your life path, how you project yourself, how you present yourself, and all that. So with the solar eclipse occurring in your first house, this is your personal rebirth cycle. Now the spotlight is going to be firmly on you, Leos, especially the Leo risings. Now obviously if you have planets in the sign of Leo, whether it's personal planets or angles in the sign of Leo, definitely you will be affected with this solar eclipse. But the spotlight is on the sign of Leo. Now this will mean there is a shift in your identity, how you identify yourself, your look, your appearance. You may have a makeover, you may change your hairstyle, or the way you appear or the way you dress may change as well. The first house is the house of your personal goals, your path, your direction, where you're heading, how you project yourself, how you present yourself, and all that. So all these are going through massive shift as well. Your life direction undergoes through a major reset going forward. Now, many Leo risings or Leo sun as well will feel called to reinvent themselves, whether it's through a career change, a healthier habit, a new relationship, or a completely different outlook on life. So you can expect some sort of newness, some sort of new cycle beginning with this eclipse. Now you are becoming more visible, more optimistic, more magnetic going forward, Leos. So many doors will open naturally for you. So this is the time to step into a more authentic version of yourself. Now, Jupiter is also transiting through the sign of Leo, your sign, in your first house, and will be there for the next 1 year. Now, Jupiter will amplify this eclipse energy. So the lucky energy or the growth-oriented energy, the abundant energy of Jupiter is connecting with this new beginning that solar eclipse brings. And all this is happening in your house of identity, yourself. Everything begins with the first house. So this is a new 12-year cycle with Jupiter transiting through your first house, and it's also a new 18-year cycle because lunar nodes are on your first and seventh house axis. So Jupiter in your sign will expand opportunities, confidence, and visibility. So you are definitely stepping into a different version of yourself, and you must step into a different, more authentic version of yourself than you have ever before, because this is a time to reinvent yourself from inside out, Leos. And this is going to bring growth, opportunities, confidence, clout, just many opportunity to shine your light, Leos, going forward. Thank you. Hello Virgos, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Virgos, the solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August in the sign of Leo, which is your 12th house. So your 12th house will be activated following this eclipse. Now, solar eclipses are new moon situation, meaning it's a time for new beginnings, new starts, seeing things differently with fresh eyes and all that. Now, obviously, since it's an eclipse, the energy is amplified, so it's many times stronger than a regular new moon. Now, all this is occurring in your 12th house. Now, 12th house is associated with your subconscious self, your unconscious world, your inner world. It's a house of spirituality, healing, endings, culmination, release, surrender, acceptance, your hidden struggles, hidden patterns, subconscious patterns, patterns of self-sabotage, loss, dissolution, and all that. So with the solar eclipse occurring in your 12th house, so this eclipse works behind the scene, Virgos. So here this eclipse is encouraging deep healing and spiritual growth. Now, if there are any emotional baggages, hidden fears, past traumas, past patterns, hidden struggles, all that, there's a need to release all that energies in order to have new beginning going forward. Now, if you have any limiting beliefs or unresolved emotional trauma as well. All this can surface during this time, and there's a need to heal them, release them. Now, your intuition becomes very strong during this time. Your dream state is very strong as well. You may have vivid dreams during this time as well. Now, this is also the house of rest, solitude, isolation, escapism, and all that. So, here, this is a good time to restore yourself from within. So, if you need to rest or withdraw from your busy schedule, this is a great time to do that, Virgos. Now, some chapters will quietly end during this time, and this is a preparation for you for exciting new beginnings going forward. Now, with the 12th house energy, these transformations, these changes that's occurring in your life during this time is going to be hidden, is going to be behind the scene. This transformation is not visible or external. This is more internal, subconscious transformation, Virgos. Now, Jupiter is also moving through the sign of Leo and will be in the sign for the next 1 year. So it will amplify the solar eclipse energy. Now, this is a very quiet transit of Jupiter. So here, this can lead to profound inner growth. You may have hidden opportunities, behind the scene opportunities. So this is a good time to release all emotional burdens and heal, surrender, and prepare for the next cycle when Jupiter enters your sign in the sign of Virgo next year. So until then, this is a great time to release and bring in these new beginnings going forward. Thank you. Hello Libras, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Libras, the solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August and this activates your 11th house. So your 11th house matters are at the forefront during this solar eclipse. Now, solar eclipses are new moon situation, meaning this is a time for new beginnings, fresh start, seeing things with fresh eyes. Now, obviously, this is not a regular new moon, it's solar eclipse. So the energy is many times stronger. Now, you will experience some sort of massive shift during this time, and the energy of that may unfold over the next 6 months. Now, this will begin a new cycle that may last 18 years. Now, all this is happening in your 11th house. Now, 11th house is the house of your social circle, of your friendship, community, network, your aspirations, your goals, your ambitions, your hopes and wishes, your collaborations, collective projects, and all that. So, solar eclipse here will bring some sort of new energy. Now, your friendship circle, your network, your aspirations, all are being rewritten, Libras. So some friendship naturally will fade during this time while new connections will enter your life. Now, this is the time when you align more closely with who you are becoming going forward, Libras. So this is an excellent time to join organization or group projects or collaborations or alliances and all that can help you connect or collaborate with like-minded people. This is also a great opportunity, Libras, to grow your online audience because 11th house is a natural Aquarius house which deals with community and technology. So this is a great time to really grow your online audience and there will be some sort of shift. Now, your long-term aspirations becomes clearer during this time and you will have opportunities that will help you grow, and this can be through your social circle, through your audience, through your followers and all that. Now, Jupiter is moving through the sign of Leo and will be in the sign for the next 1 year. Now, Jupiter here will amplify the energy of solar eclipse. So whatever new beginning you're hoping going forward, especially over the next 18 months, Jupiter here is going to bring luck and opportunities and, abundant energy and all that in your 11th house matter. So your social circle, your audience, your community, your following, your subscriptions and all that will expand dramatically over a period of time. Now, obviously, your collaborations will flourish and long-term ambitions become more achievable going forward. Now, this is also a transit to gain popularity and become more visible with the people. So here you will receive rewards for your past efforts. Here your future depends on who you grow with and what causes you connect yourself with Libras. So it's very important to keep your long-term vision in mind, Libras, in order to make the most of this Jupiter transit as well as the solar eclipse that's occurring in your 11th house. Thank you. Hello Scorpios, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Scorpios, the Leo solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August in your 10th house because that's the house ruled by Leo for you. Now solar eclipses are new moon situation, meaning you can expect new beginnings, fresh start, or seeing things with fresh eyes going forward. Now, it's not a regular new moon, it's a solar eclipse, so the energy is amplified many times over. So you will experience some sort of massive shift on the 12th of August, and the energy of that will unfold over the next 6 months. Now, 10th house is the house of your career, of your profession, your vocation, your public image, your reputation, your life direction, ambition, goals, authority figures, your personal power, recognition, achievements, accolades, and all that. So with the solar eclipse occurring in your 10th house, all these matters, all the 10th house matters takes center stage. Now, this is obviously going to unfold over the next several months, but during this eclipse, there may be some sort of focus on your goals, on your ambition, where you want to head, what you want to do going forward. There may be promotions as well, there may be leadership opportunities during this time, or there may be some sort of career pivot, or you may be launching your own business as well. All this is definitely possible during the eclipse season and going forward as well. Now, obviously, whatever shifts during this time and over the next 18 months, a new cycle will begin, which will really affect your next 18 years. So whatever shift in career matters that unfolds now will last for the next 18 years because lunar nodes are activating your 10th and 4th house. Now in 9 years, obviously there will be reverse lunar nodes activating your 10th and 4th house, but this is a cycle, your 10th house cycle, which whatever you release during this time leads to a new beginning. So if you are in a career field, in a profession or job, whatever you're doing, and you're not satisfied or something ends during this time, this can trigger a new beginning. So you may change your career during this time. You may completely shift the field as well during this time. So definitely a change in job, business, vocation, all that is possible during these coming months. Now Scorpios, you're being asked to showcase your expertise and step into greater authority, leadership position maybe. So here you become very visible. Your public image becomes very visible, and this can be due to increased responsibilities, professional success, business growth, whatever that might be. Now here the success comes through being authentic and not through proving yourself to others. This is not about external validation alone. This is more about yourself, within yourself. Are you confident enough to take on a leadership role? Now Jupiter is transiting through the sign of Leo as well, and it will be in the sign for the next 1 year. So this is going to bring good luck in your career matters. So this can bring recognition for your expertise. Your reputation will strengthen. You may pursue your goals, expand your career. Your reputation may elevate during this time as well. So this is the time when you step into your professional power and you align your public life with your higher sense of purpose. Obviously, solar eclipse combined with Jupiter is going to bring these new beginnings, which will bring growth and blessings going forward, Scorpios. Thank you. Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Sagittarius, the Leo solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August, and this activates your 9th house. Now solar eclipses are new moon situation, meaning it's all about new beginnings, fresh starts, seeing things with fresh eyes, new perspective and all that. So this is a very amplified new moon. Solar eclipse brings massive shift, transformation, changes that will really that will really begin a new cycle, steer your life in a new direction, especially for you Sagittarius when ninth house matters are concerned. Now, ninth house is the house of belief system. It's a house of faith, your intuition, higher learning, higher education, traveling, publishing, exploration, expansion, and all that. So with the solar eclipse occurring in your ninth house, adventure is calling you Sagittarius. This is a time when you are really growing and changing, transforming how you see the world, how you see yourself. This is the house of your perspective, your viewpoint, your worldview, and all that. So your beliefs, your education, travel, growth, all these receive a major upgrade going forward. Now ninth house is a house of foreign lands or traveling to foreign lands. So here this solar eclipse can bring a move abroad as well, or you may be pursuing higher education, or you may be publishing your work during this time. Now you may embark on a new life-changing journey following this solar eclipse. Now, energy of the solar eclipse will unfold over the next 6 months, but whatever shifts during this time and over the next several months, this will set you for the next 18 years. Now here, old belief systems that kept you playing small needs to dissolve so that you can make room for a much bigger vision for your own future. So exploration, whether physical or mental, is definitely required. And it's important to keep your mind open because that will lead to new doors opening for you, Sagittarius. Now, Jupiter is also transiting through the sign of Leo and will be in this sign for the next 1 year. So it's activating your ninth house. Now, Jupiter, along with solar eclipse, will really amplify this energy and will bring these new beginnings, growth, expansion, and all that. So with Jupiter in your ninth house, your perspective is broadening. So this is a great time to learn or continue learning. An open mind and exploring new energies will definitely bring bigger rewards going forward. So do expand your horizon during this time, and Jupiter will open doors for you most definitely. Now, the more willing you are to learn, explore, and share your knowledge, the more this transit will reward you going forward, Sagittarius. Thank you. Hello Capricorn, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Capricorns, the Leo solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August in your ninth house. Now, solar eclipses are new moon situation, meaning there is an opportunity for new beginning, fresh start, or seeing things with fresh eyes, with new perspective. Now, solar eclipses are amplified new moon. So it's not a regular new moon. It's many times stronger. So whatever changes during this time begins a new cycle. Now the energy of the solar eclipse will unfold over the next 6 months. But whatever changes now is a massive reset, a massive new cycle for you. Now 8th house is the house of shared finances. It's a house of intimacy, taxes, shared resources, inheritance, transformation, psychological healing, and all that. So 8th house solar eclipse brings transformation. This will bring opportunity for deep psychological healing, especially over the next 18 months. So financial entanglements, emotional entanglements, all that comes to the surface, and there's a need to heal these energies. So any matters related to other people's finance, social finance, spousal finance, whether it's inheritance, debt, loan, whatever that might be, is going through a massive shift, is going through a significant change, Capricorns. So emotionally, you are releasing any fear around vulnerability and control, also around your emotions, finances, and all that. This will lead to a powerful psychological healing, over the next 18 months. Now, if you have been carrying emotional burdens, whether it's around finances or intimacy or relationship or connections, all that will surface, and there's a need to release in order to have these new beginnings going forward. Now, if you have any financial entanglements or partnership or business investments or business partnership, there's a need to be honest and transparent during this time, so that you can see things differently with a new perspective. Now, financial support may come through loans, investments, partners' finances or inheritance and all that. This is a time when there's a need to manage shared finances and also personal finances more carefully. So if you want to budget, have a financial plan and all that, all this is going to help you. And also it's important to avoid taking any unnecessary debt as well, Capricorn. Now, Jupiter is also transiting through the sign of Leo and will be in the sign for the next 1 year. So Jupiter with solar eclipse is going to amplify the energy in your 8th house. Now, this is your Phoenix rising period, especially where your finances and your emotional world and your emotional self are concerned. So you are embracing change here. Also face any emotional truths and wisely manage shared finances and resources. Now, if there are any codependency on other people's finances or resources, all that comes up for healing as well. So this is the time to engage with these energies with greater confidence and form deeper relationship as well with yourself, with others, with finance, how you handle finance, how you manage finances and all that as well. Now, your intuition will definitely be stronger and will help you connect with a renewed sense of purpose where money matters are concerned. Capricorns, thank you. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Aquarius, the Leo solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August and this activates your 7th house. Now, solar eclipses are new moon situation, meaning there's an opportunity for new beginning, fresh start, or seeing things with new perspective during this time. Now, the energy of solar eclipse will unfold over the next 6 months. So whatever shifts during this time has a long-term effect. Now, all this is happening in your 7th house. And 7th house is the house of partnership, relationship, commitments, marriage, clients, contracts, other people in your life, social interaction, one-to-one interactions, and all that. So with the solar eclipse in your 7th house, relationship becomes the main story for you. Now, this is going to unfold over the next 18 months. So there's a shift happening in your partnership. Now, this can be personal partnership as well as business partnership. So any partnership or any interaction, social interactions you have in your life, or there are changes in the way you interact socially. Now, following this solar eclipse, you will enter a new chapter in relationship matters. So new people may enter your life during this time, and that too unexpectedly. Also, there may be relationship that you have completed. Also, there may be relationships you are releasing that may have completed their purpose in your life. Now, you may also redefine an existing relationship as well if you have any. So either a relationship is coming to an end, or you're redefining an existing one, or you're changing how you see relationship. So this doesn't have to be a physical breakup. This could just be how you see relationship. Maybe your needs, your expectations, or other people's needs and expectations are not balanced, and hence it leads to some sort of ending, thus leading to new beginning going forward. Now, the eclipse asks you to create partnership based on mutual respect rather than old patterns. So here there's a need to revisit what you need, what your needs are in relationship, and engage with connections that have reciprocity to it. Now, this eclipse is opposing your rising sign because it's in your 7th house. So there's a need to bring some sort of balance between your independent self, your identity, and the connections that become very essential going forward. So you're finding a balance between yourself and others. Now, Jupiter is also transiting through the sign of Leo, which is your 7th house, and will be there for the next 1 year. So Jupiter will be amplifying the solar eclipse energy. Now, Jupiter brings luck, growth wherever it goes. So with the solar eclipse, Jupiter here really can bring some sort of growth in your relationship matters. Now, Jupiter here also will bring generosity, adventure in relationship. So there's a need to be more open-minded with this energy. Now, there may also be opportunity to connect with people from different cultures because Jupiter expands your horizon. So you may meet people either on travel or you may meet somebody from a different cultural background, different from your own, whatever that might be. This is a great time to reopen yourself to new connections, Aquarius. Now, you will have more confidence to release any unhealthy patterns in relationship as well, and this will lead to connecting with more healthier options going forward, Aquarius. Thank you. Hello Pisces, welcome to your Leo solar eclipse reading. Now Pisces, the Leo solar eclipse occurs on the 12th of August, and this activates your 6th house. Now solar eclipses are new moon situation, meaning there is an opportunity for new beginning, fresh start, or seeing things differently with new perspective, fresh eyes and all that. Now solar eclipses are not regular new moons. This is a very amplified energy. So the shifts, transformation or changes that occur following the solar eclipse will begin a new cycle, and this will reset you for the next 18 years. Now the energy of the 12th August eclipse will unfold over the next 6 months. Now 6th house, where the eclipse occurs, is the house of health, work, your job, your work condition, your work environment, your colleagues, your routine, your habits, service that you provide, your well-being, your schedule, your productivity and all that. So with this eclipse, your daily life is ready for an upgrade. Your work, your routine, your health, productivity, all that will receive a fresh start, or there's a need to see these matters with new eyes. Now, a new job, a healthier lifestyle, improved schedule, or different approach to work will be possible. So it's important to keep your mind open, Pisces. Now, obviously, it's a South Node solar eclipse, so there's a need to release something in order to bring these new beginnings. Now, this is a great time to also find a balance between your work and your life. So a work-life balance is needed and can emerge following the eclipse as well. Now this eclipse encourages you to make your work, your daily life, how you show up in the real world, your daily reality and all that in a more sustainable manner, rather than something that you are overdoing, which can lead to burnout, stress and ultimately bad health. So it's very important to take care of your health as well, because 6th house is the house of your overall well-being. So your physical health is very crucial during this time. You may need to make small daily changes that will help you adopt a more healthier lifestyle. So here the choices that you make will definitely create significant long-term results, Pisces. Now Jupiter is transiting through the sign of Leo, which is your 6th house, and will be there for the next 1 year. Now Jupiter connecting with the solar eclipse will amplify the energy. So the new beginnings that you can expect now will also bring growth and expansion. So here again, there may be a change in work environment, maybe a different job, a promotion, or this can also lead to a workload increase as well. Now it is a South Node solar eclipse, so this can lead to burnout. You may be taking on too much work, or you may not be happy with your work situation or work condition. So just be mindful of if there's a need to change your job, or if there is a need to discuss your working condition and all that. It's important to discuss that with your seniors. Now Jupiter will amplify your work opportunities. This is also a great time to improve your skill and productivity as well. Now health improvements are also possible through consistent routine rather than quick fixes, Pisces. So build a healthier, more balanced way of living, and your lifestyle needs to go through a change, especially if you have any unhealthy habits or routines that needs to be released, and there's a need to embrace a more healthier way to approach your work and health, Pisces. Thank you.